What's up, I am Legend, and here are 5 free Android apps every musician needs on their phone in 2019 and beyond. Let's go. So when it comes to making music, whether you're a beginner looking to get started or a professional who's looking to make music on the go, we live in a time where you're able to fit your entire studio literally in your front pocket. But as singers, songwriters, producers, there are essential music tools that we need to have in order to create great songs and great music. Starting with music production. So arguably the most important part about creating a song is obviously the music that you're singing or rapping to. And so my first Android app on the list is going to be one called BandLab. Now I am an iPhone user, and one app that I love to use on iPhone is GarageBand, but there is no GarageBand for Android devices. So what do I tell people to use when obviously there's no GarageBand? It's BandLab. And BandLab is like basically the Android equivalent to GarageBand. It's got a ton of different features. It's really simple to use, and I think both beginners and professionals can benefit heavily from this app if you have an Android phone. So BandLab looks a little something like this. When you download it from the App Store, you create your account and you've got people you can follow. So it's a little bit like a social media thing, collaborate with other musicians and get their input or listen to what they have to offer, different things like that. So it's a pretty cool feature. But also there's a whole bunch of different features like channels you can go to, R&B, pop, hip hop. These are like going to be different playlists or different sections where you can listen to other people's work that are geared towards this particular genre. So the social side is a really dope feature about BandLab, but of course we want to talk mainly about the music production side. So basically you click this plus in the middle, and it starts you off with a really simple user interface. You can choose to record your vocals using the mic. You can go to a MIDI instrument with over 100 different sounds. You can use the looper, which is one of my favorite things about mobile production because it's so fast, so simple, and easy to use, and it's really great for generating ideas, you know? Also, another really cool thing that I like about BandLab, mastering is something that really caught my eye. You want to master something while you're out, while you're traveling, you can use BandLab to master your song. It's super, super dope. So I think the next most important about a song would be the lyrics, obviously. And so I want to move on to songwriting. While one person can argue that there are basic note-taking apps that you can just write down lyrics to anything, none of them quite compare to the musically infused and focused application that is Tulley. And I was actually introduced to this app Tulley not too long ago by an artist that I record here in my studio, and I'll make a full video about it. So basically with the Tulley app, you can start a brand new project, and in this project you can have lyrics, recordings, the track itself. It's really dope, really simplified process to basically get all of your ideas into one place. For instance, I have this song that I'm working on called Angels and Devils. So if I just press play at the top of this project file, it'll take me to the page where it shows me all the lyrics that I've written. The song starts playing automatically, and I can even access the recordings that remind me melodies that I wanted to have for the verses and the chorus and things like that. Lyrics at the top. I can even keep writing if I want to while the song is playing. And it's just a really dope tool to be able to use for songwriters. It also has some really dope features as far as finding BPMs for your songs, the key for your songs. It has really nice collaborative features as well. You can invite engineers to import tracks for you from Dropbox and Google Drive and all these different types of things. So it's a really dope app to use for songwriters out there, people who are making beats, people who are making full songs, people who do both. Really great app for songwriting. We've covered songwriting, we've covered beat making. But now I want to go ahead and go to this other distribution focused application called Muse. And this is a free app, just like all these apps that I'm talking about, in the App Store that you download. And once you do all of that stuff, you are able to upload your songs directly from your phone into the Muse application to distribute your music as you need to do, on the go, anywhere in the world. You can also check your streams, you can check your money here. Go to music, let's type new release. You can upload your artwork, your release title, your title language. You can talk about the genre that you're gonna pick. And then here's where you upload the track list. If it's one track, you can upload the single right here. If it's multiple tracks, you just keep adding tracks. and edit the information of each individual track like that. You can choose where to distribute your music. So you got YouTube Content ID, which is good for monetizing your streams if people steal your music or upload their music in one of their videos. And you've got the typical like major distribution services like Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Google Music, things like that. So it's a really dope application, and it's all for free. And another plus about a Muse is what makes this application special is not only does it distribute your music for free, but the reason why it is free is interesting. How they make money is if you get enough streams, if you're popular enough and you blow up using their application, they'll see your streams and they will offer you a record contract. Yes, they will sign you as an artist, give you an advance, and they will make their money based off of your popularity that they see in the application. So it's kind of like having also a record label looking at your music to get a chance to get signed. I mean, that if that doesn't make you want to download a Muse, I don't know what will, honestly. Now, after you have distributed your music, you will need to grow and manage your fan base. So now we're going to talk about fan management. And as a former Galaxy Note owner, I feel like there's no other application in the Android App Store that can manage your fan base, help your fan base grow, and then also manage the back end of like your merch and things like that, quite like an application like Shopify with Superphone. The reason why I think every musician, every artist needs to have Shopify and needs to have Superphone is because Shopify is a web hosting service. Like, you can build your own websites, you can sell your own merchandise, your own music, whatever it is that you're selling, beats, music, concert tickets, however you want to set the thing up, you can sell your services there. Anything you can put on a Shopify store, and there are a lot of features. I actually made a video about how to sell your own music using Shopify and not have to go through like iTunes or BeatStars if you're a producer or anything like that. Like, you have your own marketplace basically. You also have all of your own consumer data, so you can be able to market to your customers and have their email addresses on file if you want to reach out to them. Integrating into Shopify is this app called Superphone. Which is a texting based marketing application. So basically, a lot of artists that signed up with Superphone under Ryan Leslie use it specifically to communicate to their fans. All of your fans input their contact information into your Superphone contact list, and then they can send out text message blasts that they're sent out as text messages. So that's one really good plus about it. Like, it's not an email where you have to open up your email and check it, and sometimes you don't get the notifications, but it's like a text message directly to that person's phone. So it's like you're kind of having a one-on-one connection without them having your actual phone number. But it's really good for mass marketing as well. You can do one-on-one engagements if you want to. You can use it as a way to blast, like, I just released a new album, text back to this number if you want to receive the link to it. You can see who in your contacts has spent the most money in your store, so like you can be able to tell who really your #1 fan is. Really great also for businesses or for musicians and things. You'll be able to basically like save somebody's contact information and list them as a videographer, or list them as a producer, or list them as a graphic designer. And when you go into the Superphone application, you can just type in photographer or like filter by their occupation. And let's say if you have a music video shoot coming up and you need videographers, you just have this whole list of people that you've already marketed with, and you don't have to go through your contacts and scroll blah 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 blah. But you know, I think every musician, every artist, whether you're a producer, a singer, both, Shopify, there are so many different avenues that you can go with that. The applications that you can use with Superphone and Shopify are endless, so I won't even get into everything you can do with this app, but it's really useful. Now I do have an honorable mention, and that is Chords Progression Generator. This application is one that allows you to generate ideas for chord progressions in your DAW. You can export MIDI and things like that. It is not available yet for Android devices, but they do have a beta, so I will leave a link down below. If you Android users out there who want to get their hands on a chord progression generator application that'll generate melodies and chords for you for your songs, sign up for the beta, because they will be testing anytime soon. I don't know when, but it's coming soon. So I know a lot of people were asking for this. Link is down below. And yeah, so with that being said, thank you guys for watching. As always, stay legendary, and I'll see you in the next one.